Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne's Sharp World, where today we are going to be taking a look at the Chaves Ultramar Redencion 229. Now, this knife is one that has always had my attention. It's always caught my eye for, y'all know, a lot of reasons, and I finally have one. I actually had one before, and I have a story about that one, so we'll get to that. But before I go any further, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. If you like what you see, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will continue to bring you the content. Now, before we get into that story, let's take a look at some specs on this knife. We have it placed on the mat. Now, let me get some knives. We have the Civivi Insight, and we have the Kaiser Justice. Man, I tell you what, that Kaiser Justice, one more time. That thing flies out of there. Justice is a great knife. There you go. Pretty close to the Justice. The Insight is a bit longer. A little more on the same width of the Insight, though. This Redencion is a rather bulkier knife, but in some pretty good ways. Let's take a look at another Tanto. We have the Cold Steel Code 4. And we have the Cold Steel 8010. As you can see, it's actually not too far off the 8010. I mean, the 8010 is a little more has a little more girth to it because of the contoured handles on there, but it really kind of doesn't, actually. It's pretty close there. As you can see, the Code 4 has a little longer handle. The Code 4 always kind of reminds me of like the paramilitary 2, just a really wide, long handle. I guess more long than wide, but yeah, definitely got quite the end there. But anyway, there's those two, and a couple more for you. We have the Spyderco Spidey Chef. We haven't had this guy on the channel very much. The Spidey Chef always gets overlooked. Maybe it's just me, but great knife. Fantastic steel. Different blade shape. Good handle. And, of course, you guys know it. You love it. You named it. Deadpool! There's your Deadpool. There's the little guy. So there we go. There's a nice little comparison there. A couple pretty gnarly Tantos, I gotta say. I like that Spyderco Tanto the more and more I look at it, but that Chaves Tanto, that one wins. That one absolutely wins that war. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about this blade. Let's talk about this Tanto, because this is probably, I think I have to say it, this is my favorite Tanto of all time. I do like Tanto blades. I've always thought they just kind of had that extra little rad look to them. And this Tanto specifically has an excellent grind. This is really, this is Riot flexing on the competition here with their grinds. It really is something to behold. It's thick where it needs to be. It's also very slicey where it needs to be. We have 14 thousandths along the hollow grind here at the bottom, which is wicked sharp. And we also have 17 thousandths up here along the flat at the tip, but that also gets pretty thick pretty quick. As you can see, you have a very nice tip there. This knife was made to use. Now, granted, it's a very pretty's not the word, but it is a very badass looking knife. Might be pocket jewelry for some people, and if it is, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to whip this thing out and beat the hell out of it, you can do that too, because it is ready and good to go. Just a razor's edge along the sharpening choil all the way down to the bottom. And let me tell you about my experience. So my first ever Riot knife I bought was a Chaves from, I think, a couple years ago now. I think it was the 228. It had the 3.25 inch blade. It was just it was a Tanto like this, but it was, like I said, 3.25 inches. It had a G10 top, and it was made by Riot, but they really messed up the grind on that one. They basically, the last little bit at the tip down there on my original one, it just wasn't ground. It was like, they completely botched the grind on it. A very unpleasant first experience with Riot for me. I was not happy after I spent, I think it was like $235 on that knife too. It was one of my first real big purchases, and I love Chaves knives. I love his design. I like his style. And I actually really love the pocket clip. Some people are really hot and cold about it. I've always thought it was amazing. And I don't like flashy pocket clips. I don't know why I like this so much. I just do. It just... I think it goes with the personality of the knife maker, and it's just one of those things that it just clicked with me from the very get-go. So I always wanted one. I got that one, and I was actually really disappointed with it. Had a lot of fit and finish issues, which you don't expect from Riyadh. I was super, super, super disappointed. So I just sold that one at a decent loss and just said, yeah, I'm probably never going to get one again. And then I got back into Riyadh and gave them a couple more tries, and they're good. They're good to go. I don't know what happened to that one, but I've moved on from that. This is just fantastic. Thumb studs are placed in the absolute perfect spot on the blade, and they're also just really, again, they're not too big, but they're just tough. They're just tough looking. They have a nice little extra flair to them that doesn't speak too much. I'm glad they didn't go with any other type of color or something on the thumb studs. I love this clean look to it. It goes very, very well. Some pretty gnarly jimping at the top. Y'all know I like a really aggressive jimping, and this is really aggressive. I don't think you'd ever have to worry about it hurting you, but I tell you what, you put this knife through the paces, which it can definitely handle, and your thumb's going to feel it because they're just the big gaps. I feel like it maybe could have used a little chamfering, but I feel like that would have been too big of a risk too, to where it would have just made it slippery. So I'm fine with it the way it is. Just very, very wide, aggressive jimping. The handles and ergos on this are almost excellent. They're almost excellent. I have just one little gripe here, and that being the bottom back clip side corner right here. This pokes my hand. That pokes my hand, and again, it's nothing to scare me off from carrying this. I've actually been carrying this knife a lot, which is one of the reasons why I haven't made a video of it. I had some other knives in line, and I didn't want to take this out of my pocket. I didn't even want to use it for size comparison. I want it to stay in my pocket because it actually carries surprisingly well for the size and weight of it. Doesn't bother me absolutely one bit at all. But I do just feel that a little, just a little. So would have been nice, and they did kind of smooth it off a little. It's by no means factory finished edge. It was knocked down just a bit, but it could have used it a little more. But again, that's not the end of the world. Not going to slow me down from carrying this guy one bit at all. And the clip is actually zero hot spot. The clip sits very well in my palm, as a matter of fact. It kind of feels like a little platform in there because it is completely flat, as you can see. No contouring or something on the top of this at all, but that's totally fine. It really is totally fine because it feels perfect. No issues with the clip whatsoever, and it just goes over all your pocket hems just fine. And I like the way they have the carry of it deep enough right here to where whatever color pants you're wearing fills the eyes of the skull. So that's really cool. If you're wearing black, it fills it black, or blue jeans or khakis, whatever. That color of pant is going to be filling the pants, filling the eyes. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Nice little touch. But yeah, the clip is synonymous with Ramon Chaves, and it's very well done. It's also improved from the last one too. There's a little differences down here at the bottom. I do like this one a lot better the second time around. I think he took care of any issues people had with it, and just a very excellent job of handling that. Excellent for frame lock construction. You have a lock bar insert and an over travel stop here. So again, back to my point of this knife being made to abuse and use, just built like a tank. Just fantastic. So yeah, there's a lot of potential with this handle, especially getting both titanium sides of what can you do with it. I am seriously thinking about getting this guy customized because it's never leaving my collection. It's one of those knives that it's not going anywhere ever. I like it so much. I couldn't be happier with it. So I'd like to get it customized just a little, maybe some type of bronze anno with like an apocalyptic finish on it or something. I like the satin blade, so I don't know. That's all still running through my mind. Let me know in the comments, guys, what would you do to this knife to customize it? What do you think would make it look just perfect? What would you do to it to make, what does it need? What does it need is what I'm trying to say. And now to the action. God. Drops. Shuts. It's butter. It's absolute butter. It's just super smooth, and even though you got a heavier blade and thicker construction, flies out just fine. The middle finger flick on this is very satisfying, very fun, and the thumbs flick is just as reliable. Really hard to miss a flick on this knife, because there are some knives where the thumb studs just aren't in great spots. Yeah, not the case with this one. I haven't even opened this yet. As much as I've had it and carried it, I haven't opened it. I kind of want to, because I think it would make it just a hair better. But man, it's already so damn good. I'm just not in a hurry to do that. Not in a hurry. I'll get to it when I need to. But ooh, I just love the sound. The click is great. Again, it's that nice titanium build, and the ball bearings in there, or the ceramic bearings, are just killer. Maintenance very well, taken very good care of in the Riot factory. Obviously no dirt, or it would not be this smooth. So very good job there. And it just absolutely falls shut. One little tap and twist. Maybe I need to start putting a little more nano oil in it. I haven't put anything in it yet. But, oh, God. Click, tick, good to go. So, overall, easily one of the best Riots I've come across. I've now had my hands on a pretty good amount of Riots. And this one does. I think it's the grind, definitely what sticks out to me. This grind is very, very solid. No issues there whatsoever. I'm really impressed with this grind. I would like to see grinds like this on more Tontos, doing it really the right way with the flat in the front and the hollow at the bottom. Just excellently done, Riot. 2 thumbs up there. Again, let me go back to the customization on this. What do you guys think I should do? Because I really want to do something, but I like it the way it is. I don't know. I'm really torn. I am leaning pretty heavily towards the bronze anno with some type of rough apocalyptic finish. But I don't even know what really all my options are. So something I'm thinking about moving forward. What do you guys think about Chaves knives? What do you think about the pocket clip? Is it too much, not enough? What Riots have you handled that are what's your favorite Riot build ever? Because they do so much. They're almost like a job shop. They make their own Riot knives, but they make so many other knives for other designers. You can get them any type of build. So what's your guys' favorite Riot knife? I really look forward to hearing that. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you can get your hands on one of these, do it. Last I saw, there was still some available with the G10 top at Knife Center and E-Knives. 2 great places to go look for knives. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.